Do you feel this is the most explosive offense you've had since you've been in Dallas, and it's just a matter of holding on to the ball and not turning it over, and this thing's going to go your way pretty soon?
I think so. We have a lot of weapons, at every position, and a lot of guys that can do a lot with the ball. That's really exciting. We just gotta handle our part, take care of the ball, and good things will happen.
Zeke, what do you see from Myles, Garrett on film? And given that you help out in pass protection so much, what's the key to blocking him?
I mean, he's very good. I mean, he's a very good player. So I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be an easy task. I don't really have much, I don't have any one-on-one with him, but I say the key to blocking him is just knowing where he's at all time. And for me as a running back, that would just be, if I'm releasing out to a route on his side, maybe giving him a chip, giving the tackle a little extra help on my way out, and I mean, that's all I really could do.
The line last week in Seattle affect what you guys could do in the run game last week?
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
All right. I'm going to say mixing and matching the offensive line last week kind of affect what you were able to do in the run game.
I don't know if it really affected it much. I mean, those guys, they do a great job. They've been doing a great job since we started, just rotating. After T and LC went down, we've been doing a lot of just throwing those guys in at different spots because just like last week, you never know who's going to have to play what position. And luckily enough, we have enough versatile guys that can go play at different positions. So, I mean, I think those guys did a good job kind of getting thrown into that last Sunday.
What bothered you most about the
Can you say that again? I'm sorry. I'm having trouble hearing you guys.
What bothered you most about your performance last week, and how do you use last week as a motivation or whatever for this week?
I would say the thing that probably bothered me the most is just, the drops in the pass game. That's all. Just the drops in the pass game, and I just got to focus, lock in, and catch the football.
That was uncharacteristic of you. Is there anything you can point to on why you had those drops? Or
No.
Zeke, Coach McCarthy talks a lot about how if you can score right before the half and score coming out, it increases your chance of winning by X amount. Y'all had turnovers right before and after. How much does that hurt you later on? And looking back at film as a team, what can you do to avoid those this week?
I mean, that hurts a lot because it's a momentum swing. I think it was like a 14-point. Did they score on both? I can't really remember. But I mean, we just got to take care of the ball. We got to be aggressive, but we still got to take care of the ball, and we can't have those turnovers.
Zeke, are you all frustrated as an offense at all?
No.
Why not?
Why should we be?
We're 1-2. You've left some points on the board. You mentioned the turnovers. I didn't know if those things were a point of frustration.
I don't think we're frustrated. It's early in the season. We have a lot of football left. I don't think there's any reason to panic. I think we just gotta, keep getting better week in, week out. It's important this week. We gotta go get back on track.
With the Titans and the Steelers game being postponed, does that kind of put the COVID-19 protocol conversation in the locker room back to the forefront again, or has it always been there from the beginning?
What do you mean? Just like making sure we follow all the guidelines and follow all the rules, or is that what you mean?
Well, for the last 3 weeks, it's gone off pretty smoothly in the NFL, and then now we have our first game that's going to be postponed. Does that kind of a thing make it to where following the guidelines is back in the front of the conversation again, and that you can't rest on your laurels at all?
I don't think ever in this building that that conversation hasn't been in the forefront. But I mean, we know every day the challenges we battle with COVID, and every day we have to do things the right way, wear our mask, we have to wear our contact tracers, we have to go get that COVID test every day. So I mean, I think it's hard to not have it in the forefront of conversation. when everything has been affected by it.
After you had a game like last week, how do you have to overanalyze everything going forward when you have the struggles like you did in the run game? How do you try not to overanalyze what happened and just move forward?
You just gotta kind of look at the game, look at what you did well, look at what you didn't do well, and then figure out how to get better.
Zeke, you've had some of your biggest plays. Zeke, you've had some of your biggest plays in the screen game in the past. Can you talk about how important it is to get that game going for this offense to be at its best level?
Screen game is big. It's getting the ball out in the open field and in space, and we've in the past had a lot of explosive plays off the screen game. It's been really good for us. So we're definitely focusing up this week on just ironing that out and getting back to the level of screens that we ran in the past.
Is that part of the reason why those drops were the thing that bothered you the most? Because you know how explosive that can be.
Only one of them was on a screen. But yeah, I think that is.
When you guys have had success in the past, how much key is having those same offensive linemen out there in front of you? It just seems like that it takes everybody to kind of be on the same page for a screen to really, hit a home run. Is not having the same offensive lineman out there, does that kind of make it more difficult?
I think it may be a little bit more difficult because of that. But you guys forget we didn't really have a full camp. We didn't have an off season. So screening that is. I think we just got to keep working on it, and I think that's something with time that's going to get better. I think we did, we didn't take a step forward this weekend on our screen game, but I don't think it's the end of the world.
Zeke, on that note, this is the first week of the season where you guys play another team with a first-year coach. You saw several years under Jason Garrett. What does it feel like you missed most now that you're a few games in, not having that full off-season and catching up with the coaching staff?
Can you repeat your question again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, this will be the first week that y'all play a team with a first-year coach of the season. So now that you've had a few weeks, what does it seem like you're missing most, getting to know that coaching staff, given you didn't have a full off-season to work through some of these kinks?
Honestly, probably just the time, which obviously we can't do anything about. We can't really get that back. It's just the time and being able to get comfortable, kind of getting comfortable in a new system. And I think, just probably just the time that we missed in the off season.
Zeke, you've been asked about the offensive line. Just curious what it's like for you to see Tyron Smith back at practice. That's got to be a welcome sight to see 77 there today.
It's a great sight to see him back out there, and he's a phenomenal player. It'd be great if we can get him back out there this week. But we know he's battling some injuries, and we have to be sensitive to that and make sure he's ready to come back because we need him for the long run. So, but it is exciting to see him back out there on the practice field.
With that uncertainty, Zeke, with that uncertainty with Tyron, are there any challenges for you when there is uncertainty on what the line's going to look like on Sunday, or does that make that much of a difference?
You can't really, the way I approach things is like I can't really worry about things that I can't really control. So I just got to prepare and be ready to go out there to play with or without him. And I think last week, War Daddy, Big 6'9", he did a good job holding down that left side. And, I think, like I said, he did a great job last week.
Zeke, you talked to us before about when you missed camp last year and came over. It took you some time to kind of get up to speed and feeling normal again. What's your level of appreciation for what Aldon has done, considering the guy hadn't played since 2015, and here he is leading the league in sacks after 3 games?
It just shows how special of a player he is. It shows that, just how well he's able, how smart he is just to jump right back into football that quick and kind of pick up kind of where he left off 5 years ago. And, I'm glad to have him on our team.
Thank you.
What is Aldon like off the field when y'all are around?
He's a good dude, man. He's good in the locker room. I mean, he's been nothing but great. He helps younger guys. He helps across the hall, the O-line. I mean, he's been a great teammate.